There's a child within you that never stopped watching, not judging, not calculating, not dividing the world into power and survival, just watching. And somewhere along the way, you learned to silence that child. Tonight we call upon Valac, not as a demon of fear, but as a revealer of things, hidden things, and something far more fragile: innocence. Join me now in and through the Static Seance.
The whisper caught between stations, neither here nor gone. The hum of voices trapped in the wires, their confessions dissolving into static. A seance not in candlelit rooms, but on flickering screens, where the ghosts don't knock, but distort the signal. Shadows coil in the white noise. If only one dares to alter their own frequency, and listen.
Valac as a spirit is often misunderstood, feared, and reduced to spectacle. But beneath that noise, Valac reveals something deeply human, something buried: the child that guards innocence. Valac appears in the Ars Goetia as a president of hell, described as a small boy with angel wings riding a two-headed dragon. And his function is specific. He reveals hidden treasures, and he reveals where serpents dwell. Now think about that. A child who reveals what is hidden. A child who shows you where the danger is. Very symbolic, very psychological in nature. This is the part of you that sees truth before you learn to lie to yourself. Valac is innocence, but not weakness. Innocence that sees everything, that feels everything, and knows instinctively when something is wrong. So in the past, what wonder survived? So you feared vulnerability. Of course you did. Because vulnerability is where innocence lives. And the world does not treat innocence gently. So you learn to harden, to guard, to suppress. But in doing so, you didn't destroy your inner child. You just locked them away. Innocence is resilience. This is the inversion. We are taught that resilience is hardness. But real resilience is the ability to remain open. To feel and not shut down. To care and not collapse. That is far more difficult than becoming cold. And play restores vitality. Play is not childish. Play is divine. Play is how consciousness explores itself. When you play, you are no longer performing. You are no longer defending. You're just existing. So always protect wonder. Not just your own, but the world's. Because once you see how fragile wonder is, you can't ignore it anymore. The child knows truth instinctively. Before logic, before ideology, before conditioning, the child knows. For me, my inner child loved living inside of creative play. I didn't just imagine things, I lived them. I created worlds, I explored worlds, and I studied worlds that never left me. Even now I can just sit and watch a bug doing bug things, or a plant growing in a strange direction. And it fascinates me, still, because it's all part of something whole, something alive. And then I watch humans, pretending they are not part of that, separating themselves, building identities that remove them from the earth. And it's kind of silly, but also very dark, because they don't understand what they are. Instead of anger, it creates something else in me. Empathy. A deep sadness because they're disconnected from their nature. And my inner child tries to protect me from that. And from people that don't understand the whole. From people who reject connection. It's almost like the childlike part of me feels these things more strongly than the adult part. And as an adult, I have to protect that child too. It goes both ways. There is a balance. A development where the protector and the child become the same thing. So in the present, what gentleness remains? The gentleness is still there. It never left. It just hides sometimes, especially in a world that demands defense. But when it comes out, it's unmistakable. And it's healing, not just for me, but for anything around me that can feel it. So in the future, what play heals? And play is rare for me these days. Real play. The kind where I don't feel like I have to be on guard. But when it happens, it's powerful. Because it reminds me of something. That part of me still exists. Untouched, waiting, and honestly, the rarity makes it more meaningful. But that's not to say that I think it has to stay rare. I think there is a version of life, a more developed state, where that child can exist freely, all the time, without needing protection. I don't think we're there yet, not realistically, but I do think it's achievable. And I think Valac, in all his strange, misunderstood symbolism, points directly at that truth. That innocence is not something that you grow out of. It's something you were meant to return to. Stronger, wiser, but still open, still curious, still alive. So what wonder survived within you? What gentleness remains, and what play is waiting to heal you?
There weren't any reasons for things that I did. I was on fire and you were my kid. I held out my truth